Howdy, I'm the Psionic Cadet, and today I'm going to go over my contact event. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, this was a 10. This was no question. And the way I kind of rank things is if I have some type of psionic communication, like an instruction, and then that thing that I'm told to do then causes results in me seeing something or me doing something that really is observable in the real world. You know, the real world outside of my head. Then that's like a 9 or 10 out of 10. And this event was a 10 out of 10. So I was walking through my apartment, probably about 10 minutes out from a scheduled meditation session, and I had been meditating a lot that week. And all my meditation sessions, pretty much, the focus is to try to contact with NHI. I've been really attempting it for a year or so, on and off. So it's not that like I don't have experience doing this, but I haven't really had feedback as strong as what I've had since December 28th. That's a whole nother event, and I'll do a video on that. And that was the event that kind of made me realize that I'm on the right track. I should be doing this, and that was like about a 9 or so out of 10, 8 or 9. But I'll do another video, and we'll look at that. So today I'm going to go over the video that I uploaded. You can find it on my YouTube channel, Psionic Cadet, or my Twitter/X channel, also at Psionic Cadet. So only one thing to remember. But I uploaded it, and it was, and I showed some friends, but I don't think they really got it. And so what I did was I have a very simple video editing program called CapCut. And what I did is I threw it in there, and I started playing around with some of the settings. So the brightness, here, let me see if I can. So exposure, contrast, and whites are the various settings that I played with. So basically, I just boosted all these things up to 11. Actually, that's not the scale that they go by, but I like to say that because I like Spinal Tap. Anyway, okay. So this is the video. This is right as I point the camera up into the sky, and you can already see. Yeah, with these enhancements, I think it's much easier to see. You can see there's the outline of a craft. There's the front end. There is the back end. Okay, and I want to I want to scrub the video ahead back and forth to kind of show you that this persists for a long time. So this is, we'll say that, what is this, 40651. I'm going to try to, all my recordings will have date timestamps, and I will have GPS or location information. I'm in Florida, Clearwater, Florida. So here we go. So, okay. Now we are, let me see here. Let me go back to the front here. What did I start? 40651. 407:48. So this is about a minute in, and you can still see the shape. Okay, I mean, I don't know of many cloud formations that have 90-degree angles. Okay, and also that have points to them. So, so here we are, 40821, 408, and this is where it starts to kind of get obscured by the lower clouds. And also, I want to let you know actually what happened here. You guys can see the top of this, no problem, right? But when I was doing it, see this light here, that was glare directly into my eyes. I wear prescription glasses, so it's a real problem. When I was filming this, all I saw was this lower part, and even at a certain point in the video, I think maybe a minute in, and I'm like, why does that look like a triangle? Because I was looking here, okay, and I saw that. I was not able to see the back end of the craft, okay. It was the glare was just too much. But whenever I brought it in and watched the video, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe what I just caught. And, you know, if I were to just see something and start filming it, that's one thing. But how this occurred was the psionic contact was like this. I was walking through my apartment, and all of a sudden, a human arm with a finger pointing towards the door snapped right into my mind's eye. I mean, it was intense. It was an intense. Imagine any thought you've had, and then just crank the dial up on like the power and the just how vivid it was in my mind's eye. Okay, it was not in my visual field, but it might as well have been because it was extremely bright. And although all I saw was an arrow pointing to the door, I knew exactly what it wanted me to do. So I didn't hesitate. I didn't question. I just walked straight to my phone, grabbed it, walked right out the door, and walked out into the parking lot. And you see, where I'm recording right now is not directly out my front door. Okay? I walked out, I saw the night sky, and I was like, okay, where do I record? And so I just followed my intuition, and I made a left-hand turn, and I walked all the way to the edge of my parking lot. I did not point the camera straight up in front of me. I pointed it up and to the left. Okay? And I really hadn't seen anything at this point. I really hadn't made out even this bottom triangle, the triangular part. But that was where my intuition told me to point the camera. And it was really after only a few seconds of holding it there that I realized that there was some shapes. There were some shapes. Here, I'll bring it back to the beginning. There's some shapes, you know, in this lower area. I'm like, is this where I'm supposed to be, you know, have the camera? But for some reason, I mean, this thing is mostly in frame the entire time. Okay. So my first psionic contact, I'll make a video about that. It's called Draw a Circle, and you'll find out why. But again, it's an intense communication. Its volume level is up more than your normal thoughts flying through your head. And I also found that I don't question when it communicates with me. If I'm meditating and I'm trying to have a psionic communication, you know, your brain is going to put in all kinds of stuff, you know, that is not an actual psionic contact. It's all about filtering. Same with like remote viewing. You have to filter out your own mind's thoughts to hear the signal. But when these things happen, it is obvious and apparent, and it's pretty easy to tell. And I don't question it. I just act based on the communication. And this one was go outside and film the night sky. So I did. And this is what I caught. Yeah, I think boosting the levels helped. I've showed it to some friends, and they're like, I don't really see anything. But yeah, you can see, like, look at the point of this. I mean, that's the one that stays in camera the whole time. I mean, there it is. I mean, this is, let's see here, 406:51, 407:51. I mean, you can still see the right angles and the angles of the triangle a full minute later. Okay, but if you look at the cloud cover, the lower stuff, you can see it kind of moving in over the top of it. And now that was the light that I had to deal with. So, and then I did another video after this, but it had already been obscured, and a car was coming, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be standing out in my parking lot with a camera phone kind of looking goofy. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go back in and take a look. And I wasn't expecting to see this. Okay. Now, by all means, anybody wants to debunk this, go for it. This is not AI. I have the original video that I'll provide upon request. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to deny. I mean, I've never seen clouds like this, and if it was a projection upward, then as the clouds down below came through, you would see the projection onto those clouds. But as you can see, it obscures what is behind it, and what is behind it is the craft that is semi-cloaked. Okay? So, and just the fact that, I had this profound, intense communication telling me to go outside and film the sky. And then in addition to that, I knew exactly where to walk and exactly where to point my camera, which was not directly out my front door. This was, probably 30 feet down the parking lot and then up and to the left. And I didn't see anything up and to the left. It's just that's where my intuition said to point the camera. So I'm just going to scrub this back and forth. I mean, I don't know of anything else. I mean, look, that is a right angle. Okay? And it persists the entire time. All these angles persist. If there wasn't clouds coming over, And also the fact that although I hadn't entered meditation, I was going to meditate to look for connection. So maybe this thing was wanted me to see it then, and didn't want to wait to tell me, when to go outside during my meditation. But I had the intent on meditating, for within about 5 or 10 minutes. So I think it was like, well, how about you just go outside now? So again, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I hope you guys like this, and I have a feeling that there's going to be more. As a matter of fact, I know there's going to be more because the following night there was an event that happened. Unfortunately, I was so kind of overtaken by what I was seeing. I must have double pressed record or something like that. I don't know, but I don't have me recording this guy. I have me recording my the ground after the event, which means I was not recording. Then I hit record, and I started recording, and then I dropped the phone and walked away. So that was a bummer. But yeah, it was essentially the clouds opening up, and there was a very bright light in the sky. And it said, if you want answers, look to this light. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. So I got an astronomy app, and it turns out that light was not a star, it was Jupiter. And why does that matter? Well, Jupiter is the central part of the Gemini constellation, which is my birth. I am a Gemini. That is my astrological sign. Very weird, very weird, and I'm really reluctant to talk about this next part, but with this when this happened, when this happened, I did a meditation session immediately after I realized what I had on camera, and I recorded that meditation session. It was about 15 minutes long. Again, I'm going to try to record everything, absolutely everything, because I think it wants me to. I mean, even the idea for this channel, I had no desire to be like a YouTuber or whatever, but this, I don't know, something happened, and it was kind of like a flash. The whole Psionic Cadet thing, it just all flashed in my head and was like, I need to do this, and I think it will. I think it wants me to, and after this happened, I did a meditation session, and during that meditation session, a message to the human race came while I was doing it. Again, I'm really reluctant to post it just because it's like, in my initial post on X, it's like I will embrace the woo, but it's just a bit, I don't know, it's a bit too wooey. But at the same time, I really think that they want to reveal themselves. So hopefully, I might be a vessel for that. I mean, that's what I've been working, at for a year, is communication. And the entire time is I would love to be the one that unveiled this to the world. I mean, dream. If you're gonna dream big, right? All right. So anyway, I'm pondering about that. I'm gonna post this video and see what people think about it. Try to by all means try to debunk it. If it's debunked, then that's the way it goes. I just don't know what could do that to the clouds. I mean, it just carved out a perfect shape, a ship looking. I mean, it's literally the slice in the clouds. That's a giant void in those clouds in the outline of a ship. Not sure what could do that, but I don't know. Maybe some debunking personalities can set me straight. All right. So this is the Psionic Cadet signing off, and thank you for your time.